Hey Hannah, are you there? I was just wondering if you were still thinking of coming home at your usual time. I was only wondering because I really don't want you to come around here.
Hey, Tina. Sorry, what is this about? It's the 3rd anniversary of Dad's death, so... Yeah, I was going to come home to pay my respects with you and Mom.
Yes, I'm well aware of what the date is, thank you very much. And I'm telling you that I don't want you to come back at all.
Okay, can I ask why you don't want me to come back home? Were you going to help Mom in my place?
What do you mean help Mom? What do you even do?
I mean how every year our aunts and uncles and cousins come over to help us remember Dad, and then we all go out for dinner. I always help Mom make the arrangements and reservations before we all meet up. So if I'm not going to be there, I'm asking if you're going to help Mom instead. Because I think Mom wanted to cook at home for this year, so she's going to need even more help than usual. Are you okay with that?
Hold on a second. That sounds like a big pain in the butt.
Right. Well, I'm already 30 minutes away from getting there, so just tell Mom that I've almost arrived, okay?
Seriously? Fine. Hey, Hannah, are you still here? Have you not gone back home yet?
What are you doing? We're in the same house. Why are you texting me? Just come and talk to me, Tina.
Just answer my question. Jeez. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, yeah. I was thinking of going home after I help Mom clean around the house since everyone's gone home now.
Okay. Then I guess in that case, I'll head out and have some fun.
You mean that you're really not going to help Mom and I out with any of this at all?
I'm already out. I'm not even home, so how could I?
You mean that you snuck out while we were all clearing the table? Why do you always do this? Why do you always have to be so selfish? I've had enough out of you. You need to learn how to grow up. Tina, are you there? You are in serious trouble. Did you take that $200 from Mom's private stash she keeps under Dad's urn? You need to give that back to her right now.
Literally, what are you even talking about?
I am talking about the money that Mom keeps under Dad's urn for emergencies. I was polishing off his urn one more time, and when I picked it up, I saw that the money wasn't there. I asked Mom about it, and she said she hadn't moved the urn or touched the money at all today, so it must have been someone else who took it.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing if I have already been caught.
Well, you need to give that back to Mom right now!
What do you mean? Did you forget that I still live with Mom? What's hers is mine, and I would have ended up with it anyways.
But this is Mom's emergency money. She was going to use it to repay herself for hosting Dad's memorial service. That was never meant to be money for you to spend on yourself, Tina.
Well, it's a little bit late for that, because I've already used it all up.
Excuse me? You did what? Are you kidding me?
I'm serious, and I want you to stop coming around the house so often.
What are you talking about? Why don't you want me here that badly?
Because I know that money that you give Mom every month is money that you get from illegal dealings.
No, seriously. What are you even talking about? How did you even come up with that one?
Well, you work in a factory assembly line, so there's just no way you could afford to send Mom the $1,500 a month that you've been doing for so long now. I mean, you've been sending money to Mom for 10 years, but last year the amount jumped from $700 to $1,500. That means the amount more than doubled, which means you must be getting your money from somewhere illegal.
I have no idea how to even respond to something like that. And besides, I don't work at a factory, so I don't know where that came from either.
You mean you got fired and had to take an even lower paying job just to survive? then you must be doing some seriously illegal stuff to afford the lifestyle that you have.
This is just getting ridiculous. Do you really think I'm only capable of getting low-paying jobs?
I mean, isn't that how it works for people who never graduated college and only graduated from high school?
You know that I was supposed to go to college. I was accepted and everything, but then Dad called the school and asked them to cancel my application with them.
Yeah. All I hear are excuses from a sore loser. You have got to be doing something illegal. I just know it. It's the only explanation.
You seriously just don't know when to stop, do you?
Well, we don't need your filthy money anymore.
You mean that you're really going to keep pushing me with this? Is this really a game that you want to play with me?
There's no game. I'm just telling you the truth that I know about you. I mean, you moved out of the house 10 years ago. Just how often do you really need to visit us? Besides, it's just painful for someone with a college education like myself to have to deal with you for so often.
All right then. I guess I'll stop sending the money if you're so serious about this.
That will be fine by me. We still have plenty of money left over from when Dad died, so there.
So you're just planning on living off Dad's inheritance, huh? Well, we'll just see about that.
Hannah, are you there? You have to help me. I'm in serious trouble. I just went to check my balance in the bank and there's nothing there.
And just why are you coming to me about any of this?
Well, because I know that you used it all up for yourself.
I live more than an hour away from you and Mom. How could I have possibly broken into your bank account? I mean, how would I have even gotten a hold of your debit card in the first place? I think you just now realized for yourself that you don't actually have any money.
You must have hacked into the system and wired yourself all of my money or something like that. I know that I had money in there before, and now I don't, which means that someone had to have stolen it. There's no other explanation. So give me my money.
If anyone should be asking for their money back, it should be me, Tina.
What are you talking about? How are you the victim here?
I mean that you took the money that Dad left us, even the money he left for Mom, and spent it all on yourself. You used it all up within the first year after he died, didn't you?
What do you mean? Why are you saying this?
I'm saying it because you robbed Mom, even though she's a frail old lady who still does her best to keep her house running. And meanwhile, you do nothing to help her and leech off of her already rather small retirement money. That was the whole reason why I raised the amount of money I was sending Mom in the first place. She kept telling me how tight things were for her.
But I didn't know that that's why you did that.
But recently, I asked Mom for a breakdown of just how she was spending that money that I had been sending to her. She told me that every month when she gets the $1,500 from me, $1,200 of it goes to you, and she is only left with $300. So basically, you leave Mom with barely even enough money to take care of herself while you leech off of her.
No, that isn't true. That's not fair.
And after the memorial, Mom showed me some of the texts that you sent her where you demanded the money that I had just given her.
You're lying. I don't believe you. I'm going to go talk to Mom about this right now, and she'll say I'm right. Mom isn't at home right now. And I poked my head into her room, and all her stuff was gone too. What's going on here? Where did Mom go? Why is this happening?
It's okay. Mom is with me right now, actually.
She is? Really? But why?
Because she hates living with you, of course.
What are you talking about? Of course she doesn't.
She says that you make her do all the work around the house while you just hang out in your room or go out all day. Not only that, but you're always asking her for money that she doesn't have, and then you get mad at her when she doesn't have it. Mom has actually wanted to stop living with you for a while. She tried to be patient for your sake, but now she's had enough, and she finally came to me for help.
But I didn't even do anything bad. This isn't fair.
Of course you've done something bad here.
What do you mean? What did I even do?
You were always spoiled by Dad growing up, and you haven't changed since then. I mean, you've been out of school for years now, and you still don't even have a job. What is up with that? The least you could do is work part-time to help out with Mom.
But I hate work. It's so stupid.
Do you think people go to work because they like it?
You mean they don't?
Look, I had to step in, and I was the one that took Mom out of that house.
But how could you do something like that without even telling me about it?
Because we knew that you would throw a fit over it, like you're doing right now. And also, I'm selling the house.
Hold on. You're going to be doing what? But I live here! Where am I supposed to go? Do you even have the right to sell the house?
Well, you remember when we split up Dad's estate, right? In the will, he left you and Mom his savings, and he left me the house.
He left you the house? I thought he left it to Mom.
Apparently, it was easier to make the taxes work out if I got the house and not the money, so he left it to me.
You mean that this is all over something as stupid as taxes?
I suppose you wouldn't know much about that, considering that you don't do any work, huh?
Don't you talk to me like I'm some stupid kid.
Well, anyways, I'm more than happy to introduce you to a company that offers corporate dorms for its employees.
What do you mean? Why would I need something like that?
Well, soon you're not going to have money or a place to live. You're going to have to do something, right?
But you could help me, right? You could send me money every month and help me out, right?
You're joking, right?
Of course I'm not joking!
I am offering you a job in my company that will provide you with money and housing. This is the best deal that you are ever going to find.
But I don't want to work! This isn't fair!
The people from the company are going to be arriving at the house soon to pick you up and take you to your new home.
They're coming to pick me up right now? You already signed me up for this?
I would say that you probably have just enough time to pack your bags before they arrive, but I would start now.
You're kidding me. Don't tell me that these are goons from the illegal business that you make all your money from.
Are you really going on about all of that?
I just mean that there's no way you could afford to send someone money like that.
Of course I can. Why don't you think I make any money?
Well, then what's your job, huh?
I'm a general manager for my company.
You mean you don't work for an assembly line?
I worked a job like that once in high school. Did you really think that I never moved on to anything else? My current job I got because an old colleague started his own company and asked if I would like a new and higher paying job.
But you don't even have a college degree! Why would anyone want to hire you?
Because I studied hard after I graduated and developed my skills without having to go to school. And now I'm here.
But that isn't fair! Why don't I have things like that happen to me?
I don't know. Have you ever applied for a job?
I'm still working on my resume.
Really? Because there is no way that it could be that long. Anyways, I hope you've been packing this whole time. I just got a text from the pickup crew that they arrived at the house.
You're kidding me! You mean they're here already?
That's right. And your first shift is going to be bright and early tomorrow.
I'm going to have to start work tomorrow?
Yep. Good luck with the new job. Tina was always our dad's favorite child while we were growing up together. He would let her get away with everything and never asked her to do any kind of work. I was thinking of asking Mom to move in with me after he died, actually. But I had so much going on with my new job that I knew I needed more time. Now that I've really grown in my career, however, I'm sure of this. It's time that I give my mom a break after all the hard years of work that she's put in throughout her life. I heard from some coworkers about how Tina was getting along in her new job. At first, she tried to threaten everyone around her that her older sister was someone very important in the company. But when she realized that wasn't working, it was like something broke. And she finally just started following instructions and working.